Peace. Today, we talk about cancer, the natural instinctual inclination in every human being and the natural emotions. Cancer, symbolized by the crab, because the crab has a hard shell. I like to say the tortoise is also cancer, because these people need to feel at home. Cancer is the sign of domestics. And when it's in the first place, or when it's under the focus of consideration, for example, when the sun is there, you're thinking about how it expresses itself. Cancer is emotional. It is nonverbal. This is why Gemini is in the 12th house. Cancers don't really want to have to explain their feelings, specifically to their loved ones. The ones that's close to them, they expect to develop some type of psychic link with. They don't feel like they need to explain themselves in-depthly if you are familiar with them and if you're feeling them, and if you share the same sentiments as them. Cancer has Taurus in the 11th place. And this means that they need their friends to have similar values or some sense of values and morals. Because it's not very likely that they're going to find you very sociable or themselves socially inclined to engage you if you display a lack of morals or principles. These people are known for several things that Aries describes, okay? The following being acts of bravery or acts of courage, also hostile acts, okay? Or competitive acts out in public. They're known for this stuff here, okay? In their teens, specifically their early 20s, late teens, okay? Male or female. Pisces in the 9th place talks about their early life. The way they saw things religiously, they were very gullible, they were very impressionable. And through the lessons of their maturity, through their teens and their early 20s, when they shed that naivety, they realized that things weren't as they always idealized it. Consequently, this is one of the great bridges that every Cancer has to cross. It's like discovering your religion is all an allegory when you thought it was historic. And now you have to figure out what the great mystery is actually about. You have to figure out what it all means. These people have an interest in medicine or wellness, health and wellness medicine. Pisces in the 9th house talks about the need to escape when the stress gets too bad. There's a strong influence from the father here being unavailable at times. And this is where they had to find the independence. Aquarius in the 8th place makes them very prone to accidents. You got to recognize these people also are highly intuitive on the emotional side of things. They're able to glean circumstances strictly from that inner impression or that inner voice that speaks to them. Capricorn in the 7th place. You're supposed to establish what makes you feel secure in a relationship before you make a commitment, not after the fact. What do I mean by this? You don't wait until after the relationship to determine whether your partner is a cheater or not. You find all that out before you make the commitment. You wait until you are older or develop a strong sense of security, emotional security, and composure before you can totally give yourself to a relationship, because I'm not skipping over this, but for a reason. Scorpio in the 5th has Cancer's loving very self-sacrificially, okay? And wanting to merge entirely and completely and intensely when they love someone. So they're going to need, in order to prosper in a relationship, to establish a strong sense of security. The security in self and security in the partner. You have to understand that Cancers love like Scorpios. When it comes to love, they are Scorpios. Sagittarius in the place of work conveys the fact that a lot of people who deal in the transportation service community or industry are influenced by the sign of Cancer. These people also need to be self-employed, Aries in the 10th, by that trine relationship there. And autonomous in their finances before they're able to reach the true level of comfort that they imagine themselves having, or that they fantasize or aspire to possess or be in the position of, right? Virgo in the third place makes them super critical in their thinking. Don't think for 1 minute that because they don't say, Gemini in the 12th, that they're not actually analyzing and evaluating and discerning. Discernment is what Virgo stands for. And in the third house of Cancer makes them some of the most discernful people on the planet. Having Libra in the fourth place makes them look at their relatives, specifically their mom or their nurturing parent or their mother's side of the family, these people as their equals. Not in the sense that they are superior, but they look at them like they're equals, more like cousins and brothers and sisters than aunts and uncles, due to the lack of intellectual superiority, due to the lack of intellectual prowess. And though they would never tell this to their aunts and uncles, this is the reason why. They would like to live with their partners. These are the people that want their partners to move in so that they have access to them at all times, okay? It's their very intense desire to be devoted and to be in love, and they're all in love with the idea of being loved. Talking about the hopeless romantic with Pisces on the ninth, and it's like they fear for all their loved ones, so they're overprotective of all their loved ones, man. Peace.